Welcome to Zoner's Pizza, Wings, and Waffles. I'm Adam Solomon, and the man beside me does not need an introduction, but I'm going to give you one. Former Georgia Bulldog, 1982 Heisman winner, three-time SEC Player of the Year, an Olympian, an MMA fighter, 12 years in the NFL. He's done it all. This man's Hershel Walker. Hershel, I appreciate you giving us time today.
Thank you.
First off, I want to start Zoner's Pizza, Wings, and Waffles. You brought your famous waffles into the mix. How did it get started, and why this combination of food?
Well, you know, a couple of years ago, a friend of mine from Alabama saw this pizza place in Savannah, Georgia, and it was named Stoner's Pizza Joint. And he figured that is not a good name, and it may go well in Colorado, but not in the South.
Yeah, there you go.
So he changed it to Zoner's Pizza, Wings, and Waffles, and I got an opportunity to invest in the franchise a long time ago, and now to see it in Auburn. It's a good thing, since this is the home of Bo Jackson and Charles Barkley and all those great players there. And, you know, I always say that being the SEC is a good thing.
Oh, yeah. Now, speaking of the SEC, the college football playoff rankings coming out just a little bit, and your Georgia Bulldogs are now into the top four as they prepare for, obviously, one of the bigger games of the season against Auburn this weekend. Your thoughts on this Georgia team as they now are looking pretty good for that college football playoff?
Well, they are looking good, but, you know, they put themselves in a hole.
Yeah, they did.
Because you got to win out.
You do.
You got to win out. But one of the things I like about them is I think this team responds to pressure. I think this team responds to very good pressure, but they're going to have some pressure here this coming Saturday.
Without a doubt.
Auburn got a good team. They got a good defense, and, you know, this is Bo Nix's home. You know, he's going to get out and he's going to play well, and if Georgia wants it, they got to go out and earn it. It's not going to be given to them, and so I'm looking for some good things from this team. You know, last year, they thought they deserved to be in. Now they got an opportunity to be in, but it's still a long season. You know, they still got 3 more games left, and they got to go out and finish this strong, and that's when they're going to show that they deserve to be here.
Now, speaking of the college football playoff, is it where you think it needs to be? Because there's a lot of people say we should have 8 teams. There's people out there saying we should have 16 teams, full like playoff NFL system. Is that what you think, or you think it's?
I don't think we need 16, but I do think we should have 8.
Okay.
I think we should have 8, and the only reason why is, you know, years ago, UCF thought they should have been in, and I thought they should have had an opportunity. Right now, Minnesota went out and played a great team, Penn State. You know, no one thought they'd ever beat Penn State, but they went out and beat Penn State. So if they went out, they may have deserved to have an opportunity to go in, and I don't think they're going to make it in. But my thing is, by adding 8 teams, that'll give them an opportunity to make in. And I know a lot of the college bowl is saying, you know, because of you know, schools and different things like that, but they can do the playoff system through the bowl games. They have so many bowls anyway, so they can do the playoff system through the bowl game and still, I think, put on a good college football playoff.
Now, staying with the college football theme, obviously, NCAA is now allowing players to get paid for their likeness. Is that something, in your opinion, long overdue, and do you think it should go beyond that?
I think it's wrong. I do not think that should happen. I don't think it should happen. The reason why, I think, right now you're getting into telling players you're going to pay them right now while they're in college. You pay a player while he's in college, why do he need to go to the pros? Why do he need to go to class? Sometimes you may think he's made enough money, and what about his education? I think today you got so many students out there having student loans. They're out there working, trying to make a living. Well, we get a scholarship. We get a scholarship to go out and play, and I think we should respect that. And I do think they should get a stipend. But I think for them to start paying college athletes, I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think it's the wrong thing to do. And I think college football, all the people there should realize, quit trying to be politically correct and think about what's best for the players. Right now, what's best for the players, let's educate them. Let's educate them and put them in society so they're ready to be prepared for it.
Now, Hershel Walker, I think the only person to be in the top 3 in the Heisman voting all 3 years that you, and that's unheard of these days, especially for running backs. This year, I mean, the last 10 years has been one running back. I think it's Derrick Henry a few years ago winning the Heisman. How do you think the running back position has changed and maybe evolved from your days?
Well, you know, today they love the West Coast offense. You know, and this past weekend, you know, they had Alabama against LSU. Those 2 quarterbacks are absolutely incredible. Both of those guys played so well, and there's no doubt it's very exciting to watch. But I think to win championships, you better be able to run the ball. You better be able to control that clock. And the way you can control that clock is by having that big offensive line. They can push people off the ball, having that big offensive line that can get those running backs through the line, and those running backs making a cut and taking it the distance.
I mentioned it earlier. MMA fighter, I think you have a 2-0 professional record. Olympian bobsledder. What drives you to really want to be a part of a lot of things in your life? We're at your restaurant that you're a part of right now, and then all that other stuff when it comes to the sports world.
Well, I think what it is my parents. I watched them work all their life, never heard them complain not once. But, I think one thing about it is we're always blessed. God is always blessing us. But at the same time, you must show those blessings by helping someone else. And this is giving them an opportunity to help someone else through, whether it's jobs here in the restaurants or whether it's going to be, I own a food company, whether it's that. But I also work with the military. And I want to give a big shout out to our United States military because I think because of them, we're the best country in the world. Yep. But I think that's what motivates me is to see people like that. And I continue to get up every day and know that I'm blessed, that this is a day the Lord has made, and I rejoice.
Hershel, I appreciate your time. He's Hershel Walker. I'm Adam Solomon. Back to you.